Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to our very first Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon battle here on the channel, where we're actually, doing the whole revival of this whole Wi-Fi series yet again. Well, not again, it's the first time we're doing the revival, but anyways, we're back with Wi-Fi battles on the channel, and I'm delighted to say I actually got the OPJellicent as our opponent for our very first battle back. He is currently in the GBA D-League. A link to his channel will be in the description down below. I highly recommend going to check him out. He does competitive Pokemon inside and out, so definitely go check him out if you're into competitive battling, and definitely go follow him in the GBA D-League. He's one of the two coaches that I'm following throughout the whole season, so definitely go check him out. Going to give you a quick rundown of the team. As you guys know, we're using the Mega Gyarados team that I built, so definitely check out the team building episode in the description down below. Jellicent's team is going to be quite scary. He's got Cure Black, Lando T, Greninja, Hoopa Unbound, Thunderous Incarnate, and Magearna. So very much a proper OU team. Very, very scared to face it, but let's see how we get on. Now, firstly, I want to apologize for this not being a live com. My audio recording for the live battle was just horrendous. It was an absolute atrocious state. I couldn't fix it, so I'm stuck with not being able to do anything with it. But hopefully it's not, hopefully you guys enjoy the post-com. I don't make an absolute balls of recording this. But I send out Rampage first and foremost. I didn't want to leave with Heat trying anything like that to get rocks up. I kind of figured if I can get Rampage up first, I might be in a somewhat of a better position with the Intimidate drop, and I might be able to pivot out a bit better. I know he's got the Cure in Black here, so I'm going to go into my Avatoad. I doubt he's going to go for the Earthquake. I was kind of anticipating the Fusion Bolt, and I figured I can't really bring a Mungus on an Ice Beam because that's going to be a disaster. So, and he's probably not going to go for not the Earthquake, the Earth Power instead. So probably Toad might be able to live. A Fusion Bolt's going to come in, and if he ends up predicting the Mungus, we'll eat the Ice Bolt, Ice Beam as well. He switches out Kyurem here, and I'm starting to think maybe this Kyurem is scarfed in some fashion. Because if he has the EP, he could have definitely gone for it there and gotten big damage off of my Heatran. I'm pulling a double out because I actually fear the Earth Power, and I bring in E on my Latios because I was predicting the EP, but instead we get a nice switch here for us. He's going to switch out his Landos. I'm actually just going to fire off an Ice Beam, and he switches in Magearna here. Now, I'm kind of hoping I do some sort of damage to this Magearna, but this thing eats that up. Like, it really do nothing to it. And unfortunately, I kind of realize I'm not going to be able to beat 1v1 Magearna here with my Latios. We're not built to deal with Magearna at all. So I instead decided to bring Heatran as he gets momentum back by going for the Volt Switch. Not fun. That, I'm not going to lie, getting the momentum back. And he brings in this Hoopa. Now, I'm not going to lie, this thing is terrifying, right? Hoopa gets such good coverage. And it's very, very scary to kind of figure out what he's going to do here with us. I didn't want to stay in here. I want to keep Toad nice and healthy to hopefully deal with Magearna later down the line. So I'm going to bring in a Mungus because we have the AV and all that kind of good stuff. So we should be able to kind of eat a hit. But unfortunately, as we see, that Dark Pulse does over half to my Amoonguss. So I can't stay in here. I got to switch out. I got to start kind of thinking about something I can do with it. So I bring in my Tapu Koko because I figured if he's going to go for another Dark Pulse for the kill, Tapu Koko should be able to live it. And that's exactly why I went for there. So thank God we were able to, we didn't over predict there or any of that kind of shenanigans. We kind of came in and we do eat it, but that does an insane amount of damage. So I'm starting to think that this thing might actually be Specs, so I kind of have that in my mind as he brings in the Magearna, which I'm pretty sure is AV at this point too, as I'm going to go for the Volt Switch because I kind of assumed that he wasn't going to go stay in. He knew I had Tapu Koko in the electric terrain. I was going to outspeed him. So we managed to get momentum back on our side of the field now, as I'm going to bring a Lavatoad and against this Magearna, which is kind of the position I wanted to be in. But I know he's going to switch out here, so I'm pretty sure I go for Rocks. I think I went for Rocks here because I thought they looked really good on his team, as he's going to bring a Lando, which is Lando is always going to scare Heatran out. But I do get my Rocks up, thankfully, and that kind of does put a little bit of pressure on his side of the field then for switching out, particularly in the Kyurem. The Kyurem is definitely scary, so being able to kind of get a bit more chip damage on that and not give it free license to come in and get big hits on me is really, really helpful. So I'm going to switch out Toad here again. I need to keep it around for the Magearna. I'm going to bring in the Mungus because we should be able to deal with eat some sort of hits from it as he sets up his own rocks. So I'm definitely starting to think now that this Lando is more defensive. He's not an offensive Landorus at all, so that's kind of nice information to have as he's going to go for the U-turn to get a bit of momentum back, which I kind of should have really anticipated, but doing a double there is just going to give him all momentum again, as he's going to bring in Hoopa. And we know how much insane damage this thing does to me, as I'm just going to fire off a Giga Drain instead rather than switching out like what I was just saying why I didn't do it. But anyways, post comps, can't do it. But we managed to get a little bit of chip damage off in this Hoopa, but because Hoopa is so specially bulky, we don't actually get as much as I would like. I'm going to bring in Toad here. I'm kind of have my doubts if we're ever going to be able to 1v1 this Hoopa at all, but he is going to go for the Psy Shock. So he's pretty much with Hoopa, he's just playing whatever is in front of him and trying to get as much kills as he can, or trying to get as much damage as he can off that. Now I am of the firm belief this guy is Specs, so I do think I count this. I don't know if I count this that I lived. I think I did, yeah. I counted that I lived, and I went for the Toxic, but he ends up dodging the Toxic. So that play didn't quite work out too well for me. But I do make the switch here out to my Latios. For me, he's definitely going to be Specs. He's getting mad damage off on me, so I figured he's just going to go for another Psy Shock because he is Specs. And we should be able to live a choice Spec Psy Shock, no problem. And that is exactly what happens, just about though. But we're now going. He's going to withdraw, probably fearing the Draco Meteor there, as he is going to go back out to Magearna, which is probably a switching every single time that when he sees Latios on the field. I just got to recover off. I want to keep my Latios nice and healthy for as much as I can, and I am going to switch out here. Magearna, I don't want to stay in against Magearna. Just no chance. I am going to bring in Amoonguss. The regenerate on Amoonguss is so nice. But Magearna's going to get another full switch off, which is the exact same play as the last time that Magearna was in here, just to get momentum again. As he's probably going to bring in the Hoopa, I believe it is, yeah, Hoopa. So Hoopa's caused me all sorts of trouble here. Now, granted, the rocks are slowly starting to wear down, but all sorts of trouble here, really. It's not been a good fun time for us at all. I'm going to switch out Amoonguss. I'm going to bring in my Heatran. I'm going to sack my Heatran off here. I don't see the point in kind of keeping it around because we're down so low. I've no way of Heatran being able to kind of come in a nice switch in against Magearna. So I figure let's just sack the Heatran so we can actually bring in my Gyarados. Now I kind of just sacked Heatran there, and I was going to suss out what move he went for. And depending on what move he went for, I was going to, go into a different Pokemon. But because I saw Dark Pulse, I realized, okay, I can go in, get my Mega Evolution off here. I know I can live a Dark Pulse from a Hoopa, even if it's Choice Specs, because we do resist it, and I can just get a big hit off on anything here. I was very tempted to click Dragon Dance here, very tempted, but I just knew that probably wasn't the play. Just try and get rid of the Super if I can. Was probably the play to go for, because Hoopa was doing such damage to us. So down goes the Hoopa, and in comes Thunderous, who will take a good chunk of health. It's going to take a good chunk of damage from the Stealth Rocks. I'm not staying in here. There's no need for me to stay in here whatsoever. So I'm just going to withdraw Rampage, and I'm going to bring in my Latios. A pretty safe switch there for me, I felt like, because he's either going to go for full switch, which he did, Thunderbolt, or if he figured we were going to go for something else, he might have gone for Focus Blast or something like that. But I didn't see the need for us to be able to, outthink it. He's going to bring the Greninja here, which is a little bit of a nuisance now, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to withdraw my Latios because I have nothing to deal with Greninja whatsoever. And Greninja outspeeds me. And if he's packing Ace or Z Ice Beam or Z Dark Pulse or anything crazy like that, we're not going to have a fun time. So Mushroom comes in because it's best bet of being able to deal with this Greninja as he sets up Spikes. So definitely looks like he's more of a Battle Bond hazard setter here, as he's just going to keep going for Spikes, trying to get hazards up on my side of the field. And I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain here. Try to pick off this Greninja, but Greninja lives the Giga Drain, unfortunately. So he's going to be able to get one more layer of Spikes up on my side of the field. Now this is obviously not very good for us. It's going to do an insane amount of damage between rocks and 3 layers of Spikes on our side of the field. Every time we're going to come in with someone, it's going to be a nightmare. I went for the Stomp and Tantrum there because I thought he might have saved Greninja and gone out into the Magearna. But because he just sacked that thing, it didn't really matter either or. But he is going to bring the Kyurem Black here. Now, this is a little bit terrifying, I'm not going to lie. It isn't the most fun I'm ever going to have trying to deal with this Pokemon. I do swap out, no need for Amoonguss to go down here. And I'm going to bring my Tapu Koko. Because I figured at this point, the best way for me to get momentum back in this game is if I get the Electric Terrain up. Which thankfully we just about managed to do from the hazards. And bring in Hawlucha and try to get some mad damage off then. But Jellicent is actually going to reveal the Z Ice Beam here, or maybe it's the Z Free Shock. I'm not too sure, but it definitely reveals the Z move here, and that is that's gonna be pretty terrifying. Now, granted, it's a waste of a Z move because he was probably just aiming for the Amoonguss and put them and said, "I'm gonna knock this thing out," or whoever comes in is gonna get like insane damage. But because we only have 4 HP, pretty much a waste of a Z move there. So it's nice, and we do actually know what this Kyurem set is all about. So kind of happy with that. In comes our Hawlucha here. We are just going to eat the berry, get that on burn and boost, trying to put a bit of pressure on Jellicent's team because we are really starting to lose momentum on this battle. He's going to withdraw his Kyurem, and he's going to bring the Thunderous. As I believe I went for high jump kick here, if I am not mistaken. We missed. Yeah, that was correct. Yeah, so that was actually not the most funnest of things to happen. Hard to know what would happen if we landed the high jump kick, if we would have KO'd or not, but he reveals that he's got the Thunder Wave. Now, that is not fun for us because that totally means that Mysterio isn't going to be able to put in any sort of work. We're completely slowed down despite the burn and boost, as Thunderous does get the a poison from the poison jab. I didn't feel like acrobatics or high jump kick would have been able to pick off the Thunderous, so I went for the poison jab instead. Nice and neutral. But Thunderous is going to be able to pick us off with the Thunderbolt. It's a little bit unfortunate as Mysterio goes down, but Thunderous is going to go down to the poison. So at least we got one Pokemon out of the way, and it's a double down, and we have to kind of claw ourselves back into the match a little bit. So I'm happy with that. Landorus is going to come in here. I'm pretty sure I reveal my Latios. So that's what we kind of do. We're bringing Latios here, and I can't remember if he stays in and takes the Ice Beam to the face, or if he switches out to Magearna at this point. But I believe we'll go for Ice Beam regardless. Yeah, we do, and he actually does stay in with the Lando. I didn't really understand that play there. He could have easily gone out into Magearna, but stayed in with Landorus anyways, and Lando goes down, which is very, very nice. The electricity is going to disappear from the field, and all that kind of good stuff. Magearna is going to come in here at this point, and I was kind of thinking here that I'm going to sack Latios. I felt that was my best play, and I'm just going to defog the hazards away, because he's probably going to go for the Fluor Cannon, and maybe at that point I could bring in either Rampage, the Gyarados, or maybe the Amoonguss, and just chip away at this Magearna and hopefully win the game later on. But he actually went for the Volt Switch. So he assumed we were going to switch out into Amoonguss there, went for the Volt Switch. So that worked out beautifully for us. It means that our team is going to be withered down by the Stealth Rocks or the 3 layers of spikes. And that was the main reason I did it. You just went through it, Irish. Come on, but we got rid of the hazards on our side of the field. In comes the Kyurem Black. Now, granted, we don't have rocks up anymore, which is very annoying, but it is what it is. He switches back out to Magearna, fearing the Draco Meteor, which I don't blame him. But I'm actually going to reveal the Z Psychic Z, or the Z Psychic, or the Z Psyshock here, because I felt like if he stays in with Kyurem, we could actually potentially KO with the Z move, and then we'll just be up against this Magearna, which we should be able to 1v1. But he switches back into Magearna, and you're just going to see how bulky this Magearna really, really is, because we do not do that much to it. We do not do that much to it at all. So unfortunately, that's not really great for us. I am going to just switch out with Eon, and I'm going to go back into my Amoonguss. And this is the end game here is really, really tricky, because he's always going to get momentum with this Volt Switch, which is an absolute nightmare for me. And then he's just going to go into Kyurem Black, and Kyurem Black just threatens my whole team. I can't switch in any with Kyurem Black. But I know some of you guys might be thinking, if you only had Rocks of Irish, you would have been able to win, but wouldn't have been the case, because we would have lost out in that war. He's going to go for the Iron Head here, which I thought was very interesting, but it was probably he probably knew that Ice Beam wasn't going to KO me, but if he got the Iron Head off, he might have gotten the flinch. But he doesn't manage to kill me with that combo, as we do get a Sludge Bomb off. Now I am going to switch Amoonguss out here. I know I can 1v1 the Magearna if I'm careful with the with Amoonguss, because I have the Stomping Tantrum, and where Magearna is at, if I'm healthy enough for Amoonguss, I should be able to kind of take a few hits. So he's going to go for the Ice Beam there, and to be honest, I think I stay in here hoping that to get just the damage off on the Kyurem, and hoping that we live a fusion ball. But unfortunately, we missed out on that KO. Probably a roll there. If we do manage to snag that KO, we probably would have won the game. But he's just going to get a big fusion bolt off here, and Rampage is going to go down. So I was a critical hit and everything, so crit probably didn't matter, but Huge KO there on the Mega Gyarados, and we were so close to picking off that Kyurem as well. But he is going to bring in Domino. Oh, sorry, we're going to bring in Eon, and he's going to switch out. He knows we have speed. We can pick him off, and he needs the Kyurem to be able to deal with our Amoonguss. So he's going to bring in the Magearna. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. I probably could have gone recover there to keep my health up a little bit, but I just didn't. I wanted to, in case he decided to stay in with Kyurem, I just wanted to kill it. I didn't want to give it any option. I said I'd play what's in front of me. As I bring in the Amoonguss, as he decides to go for the Fluor Cannon. So he actually decided not to go for the Volt Switch again. He decided, let's just get some sheer damage off, and as we just saw, that does so little to us. So I'm very, very happy with that. So he's going to go for an Iron Head, as I believe I go for a Stomping Tantrum here. And thank God we didn't get finished at that point, but we get Stomping Tantrum off, and that doesn't quite kill the Magearna. So we actually have him in a really good range here. Kyurem is nearly dead, and the Magearna is nearly dead. And this is probably where I made a mistake. In my opinion, at that moment, I was certain that our Ice Beam would not have killed Magearna. So that's the reason why I switched down to Amoonguss to get Amoonguss health back, and hopefully we can pick up the KO on Magearna and Kyurem with Amoonguss. That's where I was at that point. Huge mistake, because I found out later after the battle that Magearna was on 6 HP. Ice Beam would have knocked it out, and would have knocked out the Kyurem. So we would have won the game there had I gone for the Ice Beam on the Magearna. But because I just didn't think we had enough, we were going to be able to do enough damage with Ice Beam based off the previous damage we saw in the battle, I just totally choked on it. So Kyurem is going to come back in on a slither of health, and he is pretty much just going to pick up the KO on the Amoonguss. Such a really close, tight battle, you guys. But unfortunately, we didn't manage to snag the W there against Jellicent. But you know, what can you say? It was such a close battle, really, really good battle. I'm not gonna lie, it was epic. It was epic in my mind. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, no, GG Jellicent, great game, such a close battle. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Now again, apologies for not having this live commed. Again, just the audio on the recording that I had for the live comm was just a disgrace. I couldn't fix it, and to be honest, I just couldn't release it. It was horrendous. So you know, I will have it fixed for later battles. It'll be live comms from now on. But hopefully you guys actually got to enjoy the battle. I definitely enjoyed it when I was battling, so I'll tell you that much. But yeah. Before I wrap up, I do want to say again, definitely go check out Jellicent's channel. Link to his channel will be in the description down below. 100% do it, you guys. He's an insane battler, absolutely insane battler, and again he's in the GBA D-League. And the fact we were able to push a D-League coach that close, I was kind of very happy with myself. It was a big pat on the back. I was kind of like, you know, one misplay there and we lost, but we really did push him, and when we need to put pressure on him, we put pressure on him. I thought we played overall very good. But yeah, definitely go check Jellicent out. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here today, you guys. I've been doing this outro for ages. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to click that like button down below for me. If you guys got any comments on today's video, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, let me know in the comment section down below. And like what you would have done differently, what different plays you would have done differently, all that kind of good stuff. And one more thing as well, actually, I'm going to be doing UU after this. So if you guys are interested, make sure to follow me on Discord and Twitter. Links to that will be in the description down below. And I'll be looking for battles in UU after I get through these, after, you know, I do a few battles with this OU team. And yeah, if you want to see more Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Wi-Fi battles coming out on this channel, or more content in general, make sure to smash the subscribe button down below for me and click that bell icon. On that note, I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.